folks, AJ here. I hope you're doing super duper well. I just want to thank all my subscribers for being so patient with me. I am so sorry to not put out much content recently. I'm getting over this tooth infection. Anyone who's ever had a tooth infection knows how horrendous it can be. Anyway, I'm not 100%, but I'm getting there and I'm so happy to do a video for you today. So without further delay, let's delve in. I have a new setup today. It's much warmer in this room. I'm much more comfortable and yeah, let's dig in. So, top 10 revelations from Vanity Fair's savage takedown of Prince Harry and Meghan. A major new article by Vanity Fair magazine has looked over the 5 years that have elapsed since Harry and Meghan stepped down from their senior roles in the British royal family. Despite initially signing major deals with streaming giant Netflix and podcaster Spotify, with one or two exceptions, the couple are widely not considered to have produced any work of note. Among their rare success stories is the pair's controversial Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan. That was terrible. I could not watch that. I think I watched it, I scanned it, but I did not watch all of that. Maybe I'll have to do that one day. During which they shared information about the royal family. Prince Harry, 40, famously released a memoir, Spare, in which he claims his brother, Prince William, 42, physically attacked him and described his hair loss as alarming baldness. Yeah, that wasn't very nice, was it? Lots of people go bald. Okay, so let's start with number 1. What's the first revelation we learned from the Vanity Fair article? Staff allegedly needed therapy after working with Meghan. While previously in England, allegations of bullying of staff by Meghan have been made and strenuously denied by the Duchess, the issue once more popped up in the Vanity Fair piece. 2 unnamed sources claimed that one colleague working on archetypes took a leave of absence after working on 3 episodes. This is before they left Spotify's Gimlet studio altogether. It's claimed others described taking extended breaks from work to escape scrutiny, exciting their job, or undergoing long-term therapy after working with Meghan. This is not a good look for Meghan. With all the businesses she wants to have, it's just awful. People having therapy is just terrible. There should be an inquiry into this. I really think, the Queen could have done more, but then it's a difficult one with Harry being her grandson. So, I fully understand that. The source told the writer she felt that if Meghan chose to acknowledge her own shortcomings or personal contributions to situations, instead of adopting a perpetual victim role, her perception might be better. Now, everyone wants that, don't they? For if someone is wrongdoing or treating someone awfully, then you think that, they could take a look at themselves and see where they've gone wrong, being self-aware and trying to be better next time. But Meghan has not taken any accountability for any of these allegations. The couple were famously disparaged by podcaster Bill Simmons, who worked with the Sussexes at Spotify. In June 2023, he famously referred to the couple as effing grifters, adding, "I have got to get drunk one night and tell the story of the Zoom I had with Harry to try and help him with a podcast idea. It's one of my best stories." Fuck them, the grifters. My goodness. Okay. Number 2, slammed by neighbours. So here we have Meghan Markle. Can't speak. Take out my teeth, put them back in again. Meghan Markle is pictured in her office in the home she shares with Prince Harry in Montecito. Okay, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's neighbours have slammed the duo as the most entitled, disingenuous people on the planet. In a series of cutting remarks in the article, wealthy homeowners living in star-studded Montecito near the couple's $29 million mansion criticised Harry and Meghan for turning their once peaceful neighbourhood into a noisy throng of tourists and fast cars. One fuming local told Vanity Fair they moved away from England to get away from the scrutiny of the press, and all they do is try and get in the press in the United States. Very good point there. Couldn't have put it better myself. A Montecito resident who has never met the couple referred to the duo as the prince and the starlet to the outlet. Other negatives attributed to the pair include increased visits from out-of-towners, it being impossible to get a walk-in booking at Lucky's, a steakhouse the pair have frequented several times, and increased house prices. So yeah, I'm sure some people are very pleased that their houses have gone up in value. But yeah, it's very evident a lot of people are not pleased having them in their neighbourhood. Number 3. Meghan did not come up with the idea for archetypes, it is alleged. Wow, that's interesting. Vanity Fair cites a source who claims that the idea for the Sussexes' archetypes came from another employee. However, the source noted that the employee didn't own any of the intellectual property. Well, that's just normal for businesses, isn't it? She probably got them to sign something. Because of Archewell Audio taking so long to handle production, Spotify's Studio Gimlet was called in, meaning the production was costlier and required more resources from the podcasting giant than expected. Number 4, Meghan reparents Harry. Surprise, surprise. A source familiar with the couple described their dynamic as Meghan having a caregiver and facilitator role in which she is the one who makes things happen. They noted that Harry had changed since entering the relationship, saying he would previously pop into the palace's press office where he would seem a little bored while asking questions but also keen. However, they added that they cannot imagine the Harry of today being willing to engage with the media in search of purpose. The source concluded, I don't want to be like, oh, it's an Oedipus thing or whatever, but it kind of feels like she's reparenting him in a way. Wow, an Oedipus, yeah. I completely see that, but I don't want to go there. You know, that freaks me out. Number 5, Harry didn't understand repercussions of tell-all book. A source told Vanity Fair that they believed Prince Harry simply hadn't believed that selling a tell-all book about his famously private family would have the effect that it did. This, they added, was particularly impactful as the book was published during the middle of the public relations crisis between the royal family and the Sussexes, one which had rumbled on for years. They added that they wondered if Harry understood the power of the written word and the power of the narrative while undertaking the project. Personally, I think Harry was just thinking, how much money am I going to get from this? And yeah, he's very entitled, he thinks he's right, he has narcissistic character traits, I believe. So yeah, I think he just went with it. Number 6, they are the most entitled, as I just said, disingenuous people on the planet. A further disgruntled Montecitan described the couple as the most entitled, disingenuous people on the planet. They added that while the Sussexes claimed they left England to avoid media scrutiny, they appear to constantly court media attention in the States. I really want to see the South Park episode. We want privacy. We want privacy. Okay. Number 7. I don't believe she didn't know she'd have to courtesy for the Queen. Yes, exactly. Come on, everyone knows that. I met the Queen once. I had never courtesied in my life. I practiced, let me think, 2 minutes before she arrived. And it was easy. You know, everyone has seen someone curtsy, and I believe Meghan even curtsied on Suits. So, you know, this is bullshit. Fashion and cultural commentator Tom Fitzgerald, who also lives in the Sussex's hometown of Montecito, recalled a story where a server at a restaurant told him Meghan had called the eatery ahead of going there in order to ask about how private the seating arrangement was. Because of her reputation for research and planning, Fitzgerald told Vanity Fair that he didn't find it particularly believable that she went to meeting the royal family completely cold, with no research whatsoever, adding that his opinion is based on information Meghan has shared about herself. Yeah, and that's a very good point. You know, Meghan is very good at like preparing herself for, you know, movie parts or whatever, and she would have known all about Prince Harry completely. Okay, number 8, it's Huckerism. They try and monetize everything. Now, I had to look up the word Huckerism because I wasn't familiar with it. It's the act of selling or advertising in a dishonest, aggressive, or annoying way. So a very good word to describe Harry and Meghan. Another project that came under fire in the article was Meghan's lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. According to Vanity Fair, it is in fact Santa Barbara that is today known as the American Riviera, with all Montecitans interviewed for the piece saying they hadn't heard their area referred to in that way. One resident said, "It's such a kind of Hucksterism," one resident says. It's just finding every way she can to monetize something. And yeah, you know, from a business perspective, I think that's a good idea, you know, like why not? But the thing is, she should have had advice when coming up with the trademark for American Riviera Orchard, and surely someone would have advised her not to have the word American in her brand. Yeah. Hucksterism. They are hucksters, aren't they? They are hucksters. Revelation number 9. They had no ideas. Despite the major opportunities offered to the Sussexes upon their arrival in California in the shape of Netflix and Spotify deals, they failed to yield consistent, successful content. According to a former Spotify employee, Harry and Meghan were unlike any other celebrity podcasters who will turn on the mic and talk. Instead, they claimed the couple wanted a big theme that would explain the world, but they had no ideas. Yeah, all the gear and no idea, which is a phrase that British people say for, you know, like people climbing a mountain. We've got all the gear, they've got the latest jackets, you know, raincoats, shoes and everything, but they've got no idea what they will endure, you know, like what is the terrain going to be like, what happens if the weather turns, you know. They've got all the gear and no idea. This is Harry and Meghan. Okay, number 10. So the final revelation from the Daily Mail. Harry was challenging to engage with. That doesn't surprise me. One former Spotify staffer described Prince Harry as challenging to engage with. They added that while the couple were interviewing someone for a job, the Duke of Sussex gave off an air of, "Why should I do this?" This prompted the employee to wonder, did Spotify pay you a lot of money to do this? A person who knows the couple added that it was their belief that Harry would be happy for Meghan to make all the money. Instead, they think the former royal would prefer not to have to and to instead concentrate on charity work. Okay, so yeah, that's the last revelation Harry was challenging to engage with. Maybe if he smoked less wacky baggy, then, you know, he'd be much easier to engage with. Anyway, Let me know in the comments section below how you found this video today. I do hope you enjoyed it. What do you think of the Vanity Fair article? If you want to read the whole thing, do so on the Vanity Fair website. These are just 10 takeaways from the article. Okay, well, sending you a big kiss, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Big kiss. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my video today, folks. And if you would like to buy me a coffee, I have set up a profile on Buy Me a Coffee. The link is in the description box below. But yeah, no worries if not. You can support my channel by liking and subscribing. It will really help me grow, and I really do appreciate it. Wishing you a wonderful, wonderful day, and sending you a big kiss. Bye.